Hello and welcome to the Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York show. I am Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping or wholesaling houses, or if you're already in New York, or if you're already doing it, how to grow your business. So the question is, why do wholesalers deserve to make money? So that's an interesting question. It really goes towards mindset, which is incredibly important. When I started doing this for the first 4 years, I really was buying at auction or online auction. I wasn't doing any marketing direct to sellers. My left eye is really bugging me. And I thought wholesalers were like knuckle-dragging Neanderthals that sort of middled themselves into a deal and made a little bit of money. And I thought, I'm a rehabber, I'm going to buy at auction, I'm going to add value. That's clear why I should make money. But wholesalers weren't doing anything. That's what I thought, and I was wrong. And now, as I become doing more and more wholesaling, I understand that and I was told during that time all the time, you're not in the real estate business, you're in the marketing business. And I thought, these guys are idiots. I didn't do any marketing. I didn't understand why you'd want to market. But the marketing part, and really what wholesalers do, is hard and does deserve a lot of compensation and to get paid, because it's not easy and it takes a very long time. And you are talking to people who are on some kind of list of people that are likely to sell, and you're getting a tremendous amount of rejection of people telling you to drop dead, F off, die in a fire, I was told. And then when you finally get someone who's interested in selling, you've got to go through a whole process of qualification and disqualification, and you've got to go on a live appointment or a virtual appointment, and you've got to make an offer. And those things are not easy to do, right? Very often you got to make an offer that's much less than what people want. And you've got to do that, and then you've got to get this thing under contract, lock it up, as they say, and you've got to find a buyer, a cash buyer for it. It's not it's very, very difficult. It's much more difficult than you think. Much more difficult than I thought, right? And really what I thought also when I started this for a long time was that if I was going to go direct to seller and get a property under contract for such a discount that I can then make money, that I was ripping somebody off. I was stealing from them, right? I was stealing from widows and orphans, that kind of thing. And that didn't register with me, it didn't work. But what you really do as a wholesaler is you solve a seller's problem, right? They have to have some kind of problem you can solve, or they're not going to agree to your price. So you need to identify a problem, and it's not like you're taking advantage of them. What you're doing, in essence, is you're giving them less money for their house than they really could get for the certainty and convenience that you provide as an investor, right? The certainty of knowing that you're going to give them the number that you offered, the certainty of knowing that there's no way out. I don't have any contingencies in my contract. I know a lot of wholesalers in other states have a inspection contingency. It doesn't work with me. Every contract I go into, I have to assign or I have to close. And the convenience that you provide, usually taking a lot of crap there in the house, dealing with that, dealing with not having them clean up, dealing with not showing the house 150 times. There's a lot of convenience that you provide, and it's a straight up trade for some money for convenience and certainty. And that's really every single voluntary transaction that happens is the same kind of is the same thing, right? Anytime you go into Starbucks and pay $7 for a cup of coffee, you are paying a crazy amount of money for coffee that costs 20 cents in exchange for the certainty and convenience that Starbucks provides. That they're going to have the coffee there. You don't have to buy the beans. You don't have to grind the beans. You don't have to deal with the milk frother and all that crap. And you're paying, 1,000%, 10,000% markup on something that costs 20 cents. You're paying $7 for it. And every single transaction really is the same kind of thing. So when I buy a property, and I tell people that all the time. I tell people this all the time. I go, listen, if you want to squeeze every dollar out of this property, list it for sale. You'll make more money. I said, I have to buy properties at a discount to make a profit, and I'm an investor. And if people want top dollar, they're not going to sell the property to me. That's it. So the point is to dig and find out what the problem is that you can solve by buying the property at a discount, right? And there's all kinds of different things. For some people, they just don't want to clean it up. For some people, it's the flexibility of knowing that you will close on their timeline. For some people, it's closing quickly. For some people, it's closing late. It doesn't even matter. But the point is, you have to dig to find that. And that is not an easy thing. It sounds easy, right? We all think, right, when we go to see these gurus, that we're going to buy a list, and everybody that we call is going to answer the phone and say, I need to sell my house for any price immediately. But that almost never happens. What's more likely is someone's going to say, I'm thinking about selling, and you're going to have to dig into figuring out whether they're going to sell it to you at a discount. Then you have to figure out what an offer price is that you can make money on it, that'll still keep them happy. And there's a lot of negotiation about it. So my point is, the wholesaling is not easy. It's hard. It is really hard. I can tell you, for someone who's doing it, it's very, very hard. And you're in the middle, right? After you get it under contract, you find someone who's going to take it, you're in the middle, and you're representing things to the seller, and then if the buyer doesn't come through, then you're in trouble. So, and that happens. It happens all the time. It just happened to me recently. So, I think wholesaling is very difficult. Dealing with marketing direct to sellers is hard. Negotiating direct to sellers is hard, and those things do absolutely command a premium, and that's why we get paid. I think if you don't have that mindset, if you think that either that what you're doing doesn't deserve to get paid, or that you're in any way doing a disservice to people, it's very hard to make deals happen. And it took me years to figure this out. So hopefully you can figure it out sooner. And that's basically the gist of it. That is why wholesalers deserve to get paid. I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in all the ways I can help you, go to howtoflipnewyork.com. If you're interested in finding out more about one-on-one coaching offer, go to coaching.howtoflipnewyork.com. And if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on any media channel, please click the thumbs up. The likes really help my SEO, my search engine optimization. And I post 5 times a week, so please keep the comments coming. I don't always know what to say. You can ask any question. It doesn't have to be about the video you're watching. If it's a simple answer, I'll just reply with an answer. If it's something I've covered before, then I'll send you links to the videos. If it's something new, then I'll do a new video on it. Thank you very, very much for watching.